Hi everyone, and
Hi,
welcome
everyone.
to the engine room. We're doing this a bit differently today, right, Brian?
Yes, we're doing it differently, and that's why we probably need to do this in one take, Julius. Typically, we do quite a bit of editing
Yeah,
uh,
but this
with
one
our
is going
video.
to be one go. So
Yep.
no sensitive leaks or anything, Brian. Not that
No,
we
okay, I
have
promise.
anything to.
I promise.
But let's make this, we're doing a Q&A. We asked people on Twitter and Facebook to send in their questions. And I accidentally promised people that we were going to have time to answer all of them.
Maybe we can do like a
Part two, maybe,
yeah, part two on this. Let's do that, right?
because Brian is so busy
Yeah, I'm so
doing.
busy.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You have 25 minutes or something. So let's begin.
Yep.
Nicholas Holtman, would you consider doing a webcomic series taking place within the Steam world?
Oh, that's interesting. Hi, Nicholas, by the way. Nicholas Holtman is one of my favorite people in the entire universe. So,
He's great.
Um, I don't know. I've never thought about it. What do you think, Julius? Is that an idea?
We have made, and Nicholas points this out, that we did how Steambots are made, a kind of baby comic strip, how Steambots get kids or make kids.
Make kids, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
create kids, put
Yeah,
together
you're
kids.
right. Well, there's obviously I've seen like our graphic artists when they get to it, and do what do you concept art and so on. They
Yeah,
work so fast. They're so quick.
yeah,
And I think at least like four of our graphic artists at Image and Form are comic artists. They
yeah.
they they draw their own comics and stuff.
And they've
So
been to school and everything, right?
yeah, I
So
think I
I think it
think
would be nice.
yeah, it would be nice. It wouldn't be impossible to do that, right? It
Not
would
at
be
all.
could be quite fun. All right, so yeah.
Next one. That's too many minutes per question, Brian.
Okay.
Um, Dark Just asks, what other forms of media would you like to explore? Comics, novels, animation, film? We touched on this. A webcomic would be nice.
Yep.
A
Yep.
movie would be awesome.
But like a TV series would be cool,
A
but
Netflix adaptation, a dig, or Heist maybe. I think Heist lends itself best to movies.
exactly. And it's the game. It's like, so here's the next heist. Here's the next heist.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to script it.
Sarah Bug, next one.
Yeah.
Sarah Bug asks, do you guys still read our fanfics and see us carrying on Tumblr? Yes, we do.
Yeah.
I check your Tumblr at least a few times a week, and I really like what you're doing. So I don't want to give you stage fright or anything, but it's really nice. It's really fun, and I know for sure that a lot of the Image Reform team members, they love what you're doing. So keep on doing it.
Well, can you like put a link to that somehow, Julius?
Yeah, we can link it in the description maybe.
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah.
That.
Can you dig it? SteamWorld Wiki asks, is there still hope for SteamWorld Amiibo?
Is there still hope for Amiibo? What do you say, Julius? You're the Amiibo expert.
Nintendo, they're still doing Amiibo. Maybe it's not as hot as it was a few years ago, but and the Shovel Knight guys, they make new ones as well. So it's not impossible at all.
Right.
I think it would be fun, but
I yeah, a
we
shout
need
out
it.
there to Yacht Club and the Shovel Knight guys.
Yeah,
They're so that's so cool. I think that
yeah,
they keep putting it out. I
yeah.
mean, we should definitely explore it. I mean, maybe we should just sort of explore it once for real, Julius, and then either do it or bury it. What do you think?
Yeah. What I think we should do is, because when it comes to those things, you and me, we're both so unreliable. We should maybe ask Thunderful Publishing for help and see what we can do. Maybe
Yeah, sounds good.
we can. um, uh, and he has more questions, but I'll skip ahead to the next question. Sabellissima asks, can we perhaps hear about Auric and the twins' backstories like we did with the other characters in the Reddit AMA? Yeah, maybe not here because I don't have it on hand, but maybe we can do some sort of blog post or a new engine room where we talk more about this.
Yeah.
The writer for Quest, Pelle Kanderby, he's written quite an extensive backstory to all of these characters, so it would be fun to explore.
I mean, that's a good. Wouldn't that be nice to do like an engine room where you invite Pelle to talk about it?
Oh, but he's already been on the engine room.
I know, but about the twins and Auric.
Oh yeah, it would be really nice. It would be super fun. And on that, Mr. Foxy Ryder asks, who killed Laura Palmer?
Mr. Foxy Ryder, eh?
Yeah, your favorite person in the whole wide world.
Right. I have an anecdote actually about that. Who killed Laura Palmer? It was, I was living in Japan when Twin Peaks became a massive hit in the US, and so it was talked about on Japanese TV before the series had started. So anticipation for Twin Peaks in Japan was huge. So they had TV shows talking about only talking about Twin Peaks, and the very first episode of that they did one of those like super spoilers, and they put up all kinds of spoiler alert for
Okay.
it. It's like, yeah, if you don't want to know who killed Laura Palmer, just cover your eyes and ears now.
Okay.
That was the exact moment when I switched over to that channel. So the first thing I heard, about Twin Peaks at all was, killed me.
Okay. I haven't watched Twin Peaks yet.
Oh, it's fabulous. It's really.
I'll do that.
It's so weird.
I was only a baby when it came out.
Well,
or maybe I wasn't even born. Was it 1990?
It was in the 90s for sure. Yeah.
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 Yeah. Okay.
You gotta watch it.
Okay. Sloth Mom asks, you've already done Metroidvania, turn-based tactics, and RPG games. Are there any other genres you'd like to attempt for future SteamWorld titles? I don't know. I don't make the calls.
No, but the short answer is yes.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. What genre would you like to see, Brian?
Me, personally? Is this a question from you, Julius, or?
Well, it's a tangent.
Okay. I'd like to, just from the top of my head, there's like 3 genres I'd like to see, but I can't really talk about all of those because we're sort of exploring some of them. But I mean, just for my own sake, then, since we're not working on that right now, I would love to see like a SteamWorld serious chess game, like a real chess, like no bullshit, no sort of it's almost like chess but not. It's like chess, real chess, and then like in battle chess style where you would have like the characters fighting it out and so on.
Interesting. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're fine.
JD Harlock asks, will the games ever intersect? They kind of do, right? If you played Dig 2 and Heist especially, with the Outsider DLC, I might add, I won't spoil anything if you get to play them, but
there's references from every game in some other game, like, so they definitely sort of mix. I mean, if you just look for it, you'll notice it.
Definitely, and we confirmed in the last engine room that even Quest is canon.
Yes. Right.
So have a look. It's a special video for sure. It's unique.
It's very Twin Peaksy, right?
Yeah, it really is, and I love that. Okay, next one. Is SteamWorld Tower Defense part of the SteamWorld timeline? If so, where does it fit? I think it's up for discussion, maybe, but
it is and isn't. I would say like it's a very, very simple. You could put it like this: like SteamWorld Tower Defense actually takes place before SteamWorld Dig, and you can you can see the narrator in SteamWorld Tower Defense as Uncle Joe, or like someone like Uncle Joe.
But that's your headcanon, right?
Yeah, that's my headcanon.
Okay, yeah. We've been talking about like presenting an official SteamWorld timeline, kind of like they did with Zelda a few years ago.
Okay.
Oh, and it's almost 10 years ago. Oh, shit.
Well, no, that's a good idea. I mean, because
Yeah.
it's actually easily explained and it can be visualized. In my head, definitely, SteamWorld Tower Defense is canon, and it's on the timeline.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, but there is no like character or anything in SteamWorld Tower Defense that is there's no one with a name or anything, so it's kind of harder to put on a timeline. It could float, let's put it that way.
Yeah, we'll have to move on. Steven asks, if you were approached by Nintendo to make a game for one of their series, would you accept? If so, which series catches your eye the most? 1, 2, 3.
Yes, we would accept, and we would do the best Metroid game ever.
Cool, awesome. I agree. Michael Forslind asks, can I ask you something?
Hi, Michael. Yes, you can.
Andrew asks, is there a chance that we might see a possible RTS game set in the SteamWorld heist era?
Yes.
Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, I think so.
Next one. What does #VitaLoves SteamWorld mean to you? Do you know the hashtag?
No, do you know it, Julius?
Yeah, it's passionate Vita players, PlayStation Vita.
Yeah. I was gonna. Yeah. If you didn't know it, I would have guessed that exactly. I think the Vita community is fantastic because it's really vocal. Let's put it that way. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. And you know, I think we've talked about this, but Image and Form would love to make more Vita games, right?
Yeah.
But it's not going to happen anytime soon, probably, right?
Right, because I love to chat with the Vita community because they're really game. I mean, they're all about games and they're really passionate about their the platform. But when we look at the sales figures, it's so hard, you know. Like it would be. I think one good thing that we did was we did sort of a special together with limited run games for Vita release, and that was very appropriate. That was sort of that volume that we did was fit the Vita crowd perfectly. That was more or less the exact number of games that we were able to sell. Would have been able to sell. So that was actually quite cool.
Yeah. So no promises here, but you know.
No promises really, because it's like making a Vita version. You might think that it's just to push a button and then you have a Vita version of any game, but it's with every version there's always a lot of work involved, and it's whenever we make a game we sort of move on immediately. Like if we have a few stragglers that we leave behind that need to work on ports and so on, but they're so few and they don't want to do ports. So like we kind of hurry through that, and then everyone is on the next project basically. So it's kind of hard for us to sort of say, yeah, that sounds like a cool idea. Let's see, we have 20 people sitting around doing nothing. Let's just pick a few of those that can do whatever. So it's always it's always a choice. Let's put it that way. It's always planned.
Priorities.
Yes, right.
Basically.
Exactly.
It's nothing personal.
No, nothing personal at all. On the contrary, I really love the enthusiasm from the Vita community, and they're also very positive people. That's great.
Cool. Next one. Will Perlite asks, will Fen and Dorothy ever see each other again?
They might.
They might. It's not impossible, right?
No.
Yeah. JM asks, why are there so many songs about rainbows and what's on the other side? And Mr. Foxy Rider actually replied to this. Someday we'll find it. So I guess that will count as our answer as well.
All right.
Your girl Arcane asks, do you plan on ever collabing with the steam-powered giraffe again?
I'm just gonna loop back to the answer from Mr. Foxy Rider. Maybe it's a reference. The answer is a reference, right? I mean, someday
it is
the Rainbow Connection, right? It's a song by Sarah McLachlan, I think. So there's always, like, when Mr. Foxy Rider writes anything, there's always something. I mean, you gotta Google the answer.
Okay.
Anything that Mr. Foxy Rider says or writes, it's a reference to something else.
Went right over my head.
Yeah, well, it's you're I was gonna say you're not old enough, but yeah, you're not ancient enough to to have listened to that song.
Okay, so going back to SPG, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, SPG has sort of moved on. They're still doing their thing, and I think they're fabulous. I mean, I know for a fact that they're one of your favorite bands, Julius.
I really love them.
Yeah,
but I guess
SPG is remarkable, right?
Wouldn't that be up to the developers though to decide what music they want in the game?
Yeah. I don't think you and me get to make that call. You're right.
We never get to make any calls except this one, right?
Yeah, we get to make these videos and look like we're in charge. But
we don't do anything. Okay, so next one is how y'all feel about Shovel Knight, and would y'all possibly allow a cameo? Isn't there a cameo in Heist from Shovel Knight already? I think his helmet is somewhere.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
And I mean, so there's actually, I think there's more communication between developers or among developers than people think. Like, that we're sort of doing things very, very far apart from each other. But I'm actually on quite close terms myself with the people at Yacht Club. I think they're fabulous people. And if we decided to do something more closely, then I'm sure we could have like a really interesting discussion around that.
Especially now that they've entered the digging genre of games. Right. Shovel Knight Dig.
Shovel Knight Dig. I mean, now, if you want to talk cameos, then, well, it's like,
Rusty should be in that game, right?
Exactly.
Make it happen, Brian.
Yeah.
Next one is, and we got this one a ton of times from Carol, among many others. Will there ever be a SteamWorld Dig 3? Love it. Okay,
all right. What do you think, Julius? Should there be like a SteamWorld Dig 3?
I think there should be at some point, right?
Yeah.
That's just my personal opinion, though. But
I wish someone would make it, just.
I wonder.
Yeah.
who could make that one?
But no, it's what's the answer? I mean, we're obviously sort of talking about that a lot back in the office.
Yeah, I think that's a good answer to it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
That was in. Why is your next game a 3D platformer? This one is there?
I love that. So you pose it like a question, and
like he has some inside scoop.
It's like
I have no idea why it is, right? Do you?
I have an inkling, yeah.
Cool.
That's funny. It's like wrapping your desire into a question like that. It's like, why do you love me so much?
Yeah. Next one. Any plan for a Quest prequel or sequel?
Oh, at least there's discussions around it. I know that. I think also we should say, like, since it's a question about Quest, that I know that all the people who worked on Quest at Image and Form, because not exactly everyone did. There was like a few people doing other things.
Mm-hmm.
But then, but everyone who was working on it enjoyed it thoroughly, or like was really happy to work on the game.
And I know that they have so many more ideas for things that didn't make it into the the existing game.
Yeah, it's kind of cool to make a game and then not having to write it off immediately. That I like that. It's like Dig could turn into Dig 2. Like then we have Heist, we have ideas for that. Quest, we have ideas for that, and so on, right? So it's good that I think we're actually the games that we're making have a really good core, I think, that can expand, like that can be sequeled or prequeled. So Pelle, who is the main writer for Quest, I know for sure that he had lots of ideas, or he still has a lot of ideas.
Yeah.
It's
the simple answer is it would be awesome.
Yeah. It was awesome.
Can you do this in one sentence? What was your inspiration for making the SteamWorld series?
No, I can't do it in one sentence.
Okay, two then.
Okay, 2 sentences. One was we were really interested in genre mashups at the time, so we wanted to mash up a few genres, like digging from minor dig deep, and then also like the Metroidvania sort of loop of the game. Then the other inspiration, I think, was Minecraft was around. Like it had just come around, and we were so excited ourselves about like the wonders of digging. Like you dig and you don't know what you're going to find. It's marvelous. It's like one of those lottery tickets, like the scratch lottery tickets. You don't know what you're going to find. Like you scratch and then whatever is there it's
so the lottery inspired you to make SteamWorld and Minecraft, or you didn't make. I think that's the best answer we're going to give.
That's
today.
The best.
Let's move on. Right. Will there be another heist game?
Who knows? Maybe. It sort of, I think it lends itself well to sequeling, because there's also as with Dig, there's personalities in the characters and so on. I think people are. It's good to use characters, like lovable characters, when you try to build an IP, because then you can revisit those characters and sort of build around them.
Next one is, we only have a few minutes left, but let's do a quick fire round. What inspired the current aesthetic for SteamWorld? I guess it changes with every game, so it isn't like one art style.
No.
But it's set on, I guess, the personal styles of the art directors.
Yep, that's it. I think it's so in SteamWorld Quest. Agnes Mikuchka, who is the art director for that game, she of course her personal preference shines through.
Yeah, and that game is beautiful. It really works well.
Yeah, I think all our games are beautiful, actually. I'm actually tinkering with screenshots to make art for my home, actually, to put up.
From the games.
Yeah, from the games, like framing.
Oh, that's great. You should document that and make a short video.
Yeah. Well, it's me, so it's never going to happen, but I'm working on it right now.
Like the Amiibo, right?
Yeah, exactly.
This is kind of an interesting question, but how much do you or how do you benefit from making your games available through subscription services like Stadia, Twitch Prime?
Yeah.
And what's the main reason for doing so? Is that classified, or? Could
be classified. I can't go into the details of those deals, of course, but it's a negotiation initially with the platform owner, and then or the service owner, and then you typically agree on an upfront fee and then royalties down the line.
Yeah. So it's I guess what you're telling me is that it's financially good.
Yes.
To do it.
Well, if it were bad, I think we'd skip it. It's actually it's good. There's also we also look into cannibalization and so on. If we think it's going to affect sales on other platforms, then we're very careful. Okay, Julius, we have now 15 seconds.
So yeah, one last one. Ever interested in putting out a SteamWorld art book? This is from Pixel Squid.
Oh, that's excellent. What? Well, so SteamWorld turns 10 years this year, right?
Yeah, it would be cool, right?
That would be cool.
Let's end on that. Yeah.
Right. I gotta go.
Thanks so much. Yeah. Goodbye, Brjánn, and goodbye everyone.
Bye, everyone. Cheers.
Bye. Cheers.